Hello everyone, today is a crazy day with some very special sightings. Thank you everyone who has contributed so generously, especially Kathleen for making my time in Kruger possible. I really appreciate you. Please head over to YouTube and give this video a thumbs up. So I started early again this morning and I was the second one in line. This is the rest camp that I stayed at while I was in Kruger. And I had my favorite traffic jam first thing in the morning. Yeah, I could wait a long time for a traffic jam like this, and we're going to have more in the future too. But yeah, I love this. This is such a great way to start the day. Such incredible beasts. So we start the day with one of my favorite creatures, the warthog, and they're very common, and I saw a lot of them. They actually live in abandoned aardvark houses, and the warts on their face are cartilage that are protective during fights and things. And when they root around, they're looking for like roots and tubers, like sweet potatoes kind of in the ground. They're foraging when they do that. And their social groups are called sounders, Sounders. Pretty cool. Yeah, I think that they're just so sweet. I love when they run around with their tail up. I sped that up a little bit for time, but they're just super cool. I would love to, spend time with them. They're just such fun and interesting creatures to me. And like I said, they're very parental and very communal. I love it. So, and then this is a bush pig, I think. And see how it doesn't have the wart on the face. It has like that awesome mustache. Like it has and it's kind of hairier on the back too. It has longer hair. So they're very similar, but the bush pig is very hairy, and there's another species of bush pig called the Red River bush pig, I think, and it's super hairy. It's got long hair all over the body, and they're very red. Really interesting, but I don't know. I have a thing for the warthogs. Okay, and so I was telling you that the giraffe walk sometimes both right feet and then both left feet. So this is a good example of it. Watch here. I love this video. Look, to left, to right, to left, to right, to left, to right. Isn't that crazy how they walk that way? So odd to me, but they make it happen. I wonder if it's that long neck. They use that kind of counterbalance somehow. And then this one is getting a high up snack. And yeah, it's a pretty flexible and long neck. But watch the legs here too. To right, to left, to right, to left. So cool. And I'm so grateful that the guide pointed that out to me so that I could be on the lookout for it. And then in this morning light, look at their coat. How beautiful is that? Those patterns and then that morning sun on there. Just gorgeous. And there's the morning. So, and then here's the giant eland. And I've seen eland before, but I didn't see a lot of eland in Kruger. Yeah, I think, and the zebra are always trying to photobomb. They're so hilarious. But look at the size. This is the largest antelope in Africa, but look at the size of the shoulders and the neck on that thing. It's got this little teeny tiny head, but just this massive body right after that little head. What a creature. Yeah, I was so grateful to be out early. Then I saw this guy and I was like, what? It was a jackal and I was so happy. Again, pretty nocturnal. So this is the first one I saw and I was so excited. Of course, I've heard about them in the Bible and shows and things like that, but I've never actually seen one. And this day I actually saw two, this one and then one pretty much right afterwards, but I wasn't able to film that one. What a gift from God. I was so grateful. yeah, it was a great morning. And then I saw the secretary bird, and I've seen the secretary bird before, but this is definitely the closest I had been to one. Such an amazing bird. Look at the long legs on this and the plumage on the head and everything. What an incredible bird. They're called secretary birds because the plumage on their head looks like a quill pen. They reach up to 4 feet high, they mate for life, and they kill snakes and other reptiles for food. They're a bird of prey. So amazing. And then look at this poor buffalo. He's got some kind of skin condition, I think. But he's got oxpeckers all over him. I'm trying to clean him up, but I don't know what's going on, if that's a wound or something on the side of him. But yeah, lots of oxpeckers trying to keep him clean. Really interesting. And then, so I had this idea. I wanted to get a great shot of hippos interacting. You know, that classic shot where they have like their mouths open and you can see their teeth and stuff. So I went to where, there was some action right there, where the hippos usually hung out, and they were doing nothing. They were just like laying there. Oh, there's a little bit of action. Woo! But I was like taking video for a long time. I think like over 2 hours, and like I got very little. You're gonna see a little bit here, but not much at all. They're pretty, well, at least today they were pretty calm and not a lot of action. Oh, there's a little bit of action. So, but like I said, I was here for like 2 hours trying to get footage of these guys, and they just didn't do a whole lot. Oh, there was some. Let's look at the instant replay on that. Whoa. You know, they're just kind of chill and docile, but check out what it's in my rearview mirror. Look at my rearview mirror right there. That's what was sneaking up behind me. And it's so cool. I just love that. There's animals everywhere, and all you have to do is pull over and wait, and they show up. It's so awesome. But for the next episode, we're going to have a lot about the hippos, so stay tuned for that. Little teaser there. But yeah, this is sped up, but they're cute elephants coming by. And then here's a vulture. There are several species of vultures in Kruger, and I'm not sure which one this is. If anyone knows, let me know. But we had turkey vultures where I grew up, and I just thought they were so cool, and they actually do a lot of good, and they're very social, communal animals. I think they're very underappreciated, and I think they're actually really beautiful too. But that's my preference, my 2 cents. Oh, and I saw these big bull elephants. Look at the tusks on these things. Look at those tusks. Oh my Lord, so impressive. And this was in the afternoon, and a bunch of the elephants were making their way to water. I'm near a watering hole right here. And look at the tusks on that one too. So cool. And then the buffalo got into a fight and kicked up all this dust around there. Really fun. But then I went back to the watering hole later that afternoon, and it was like a cornucopia of animal activity. There was like animals everywhere. There's the giraffe there, and then the elephant walking behind him. And this group of giraffe, this little herd of giraffe were so cool. And there's elephants up the riverbed there, and then there's buffalo down there. There's just animals everywhere. I didn't even know where to like point the camera or what to do. But the giraffe trying to drink were really interesting. They don't drink a lot, but they really have to contort themselves to drink flowing water. They get most of their water from the food that they eat, from those little supple branches at the end, which are, have a lot of fluid in them, because they have to really contort to drink from a river or a watering hole like this. I just thought this was such a cool picture with the giraffe there. But this is what they have to do to drink. Their legs are too long for them to just dip their head down. So they have to spread their legs way apart, and they almost slip there, bend their knees and get way down. And they're super vulnerable to predation when they're like this. But this is very hot. It was like 100 or so, 95 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And so all the predators are, trying to escape the heat and in the shade somewhere. But they really have to make a significant effort to drink. And I felt very blessed. This is one of the many awesome blessings I had today with these special sightings. The secretary bird and that jackal and so much going on today. We even got more coming up. But to see a drinking giraffe was another one. So this creature, the
Sesame,
is a fairly rare antelope species for Kruger. And I don't have really good footage of it, but it's also the fastest antelope species, which was surprising to me. It doesn't look like it would be faster than the impala, but apparently it is. And then later I saw these two elephant laying like head to toe next to each other, and they were fanning themselves with their ears. So I pulled over and took a video of that. But right after I pulled away, the closest one stood up, and it was like mind-numbing how fast he stood up. I wish I would have gotten footage of that because he stood up so fast. It was kind of like scary. And then see the elephants coming to the watering hole. This is later in the afternoon, and it's really hot now. And look at that great big dude. You can see him like so far away, and he's making a beeline for that watering hole. And then he's getting closer, and yeah, they're such massive, impressive creatures. And I'm pretty sure that's a big bull. And then he's in the back there. You can finally see him get his drink. Wow. Thank you for watching. Thank you for everyone who's contributed. Gosh, it's so helpful. Please go over to YouTube and hit that thumbs up button. And here's another baobab tree that I just love. Peace and love to you all.